What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Alright, this is a very long video. I did a lot of Dragons runs. When I'm saying a lot, I did a lot. I did B8, B9, B10. B10 the longest, took the longest, with a lot of different teams, okay? So, I really would appreciate it if everybody watched the entire video so you can see all the various teams I've used. This is to answer a lot of questions like, is Verd a necessity? I ended up using Beretta in place of Verd. I used Verd towards the end of the video on B10. B9 I used him as well. Guys, just please enjoy the video and I'll talk to everybody later. I got rune removal today, but I'm not going to show you the rune removal and all that stuff. I want to make a Dragons video with alternatives and all that stuff. But I want to show a few things in the meantime. And I'm going to tell you guys from now, a lot of the teams I'm going to be using, I'm going to be thinking about them as I'm going along in the video. Alright? So, the first thing I'm going to show is, I want to show you guys what you achieved when you made your B10 Giants team. You didn't just achieve a B10 Giants auto team, you achieved a B8 Dragons auto team. This is my B10 Giants farmable team, okay? I'm going to show the farmable team first, and then I'm going to show the speed team as well. Alright, so basically, it is because it's a water, the dragon is water, but Dragons is also a lot harder after this. Trying to make a B9 team is harder, alright? And it's not just because it is because it's water, the B8 Dragon, but it's also because the B9 Dragon has a different tower, and the B10 Dragon has a different tower. So the towers on the right are the ones that you got to watch out for. The one on the right on B9 increases his attack bar by a certain amount or fills it up. I don't remember exactly. We'll figure it. We'll check that out afterwards. But it's harder to make a team this way. So I'm going to show you a speed team. I'm going to show you all kinds of teams. I actually just figured out I had a nice team for B10 Dragons because I re-ruined a few monsters. But I'm just going to show B8 two teams. All right, pretty much if you're doing B10 Giants, you're capable of doing B8 Dragons. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to be doing B10 Dragons. All right. In some instances, though, depending on your team, you might have to kill the tower on the right for B8 Dragons. Why? Because it's an invincibility tower. So if you don't bring a monster like Bella, you can't beat it. So, but I have my speed team. My speed team has to kill the tower on the right, and it's not always successful, the speed team, without Bella. Now, my speed team, though, I'm going to do it without Bella. I'm not going to do it with Bella, just to show you that it's capable of doing it, though. So, and then we're going to move on to B9. I don't want to stay on B8 for too long, because you guys are pretty much ready to do B8. If you have a B10 Giants team, you're pretty much ready to do B8 Dragons, okay? So, and I'm getting a lot of people they're telling me Megan is better and all this. Look, Megan is good. I find her more of a PvP monster than a PvE. PvP being arena, PvE being dungeons and Trial of Ascension and all that. The things that Megan does, like glancing hit on the dragon, you know, that's important. Look, the dragon barely touched me right now, you know. Not only that, she has an AoE slow that slows down that tower on the right. So the dragon's going to get less invincibility out of it. With the speed team, the tower on the right doesn't even get a chance to go before I kill it. So, look, there's a lot of reasons why I prefer Shannon over Megan. I never even 6-starred Megan, to be honest with you. I find having Seek better. The Seek buff better than Megan's buff. For me, personally. Do I want a 6-star Megan? Yeah, maybe one day if I build like a copper or something, or if I build like a... But then there's Randy also. There's ways to get around Megan. You know, she's not like the ultimate 6-star to make. You know? And there are a lot of people that use Megan in B10 Dragons. I personally don't need her, and I'll show you why also. And I'm not going to 6-star her just for that purpose. Alright, so I don't need this rune. We're going to sell it. Alright, so now let's take the speed team. Alright, so let's do him. Alright, him. Now, Doublelution is a little rough on this. I haven't even tried Doublelution. And my second Lucian, his skills aren't maxed, so I think I'd rather just go with one. And this team has to kill the tower on the right. Alright, so it's like... I'm not going to change the options in the thing because we don't have to kill the tower on the right every single time. Alright. I'm also going to save my friend monsters for, Alright, so we have to kill the tower on the right. Right. See that slow, that AoE slow did big on that tower, because you know what? That tower's not going to get, it shouldn't get a chance to go. If it does, but it shouldn't. Alright, it's going to get a chance to go, actually. Yeah, alright, it went. Fine. So now this is going to take a little longer than expected. Because, what's his name didn't use his second skill, Orochi. Now he uses the second skill, and I don't need him to. I'd rather him do something else. But whatever the case is, it's okay. The point that I'm trying to make, though, is that your B10 Giants team works on B8 Dragons. Look, Lucian ended up killing that tower on the left. I was wondering why the dragon attacked just Lucian. But anyway, he took a hit. So, this team worked. Okay? So, we don't need 4 stars. Alright, so now, we're going to move on to B9. Alright? So this is my B9 farmable team. Beretta. Kanamiya, Bella, the Pixie, and Bernard. This team never failed on me. Watch it fail on video, but... And guys, B10 is going to be a little rough. I'm going to say from now, I'm probably going to edit out some of the fails just to not waste anybody's time. I'm not in the mood to... I'll show you why it failed, maybe, like if I can figure out why it failed, but... If I can't figure out why it failed, I'm not going to show it, you know. I'll tell you that it failed, though. But there's a lot of different variations you can use for B9 and B10 and all that. So why is Beretta so good? And why I've had people ask me Tyron, or can I use Tyron instead? Tyron's skills are kind of useless at the dragon. He can't stun, he can't freeze him. Beretta can put the dots and reset his attack bar, so that's why Beretta's better at the dragon. You know, and then I have the spare runes on him too, so it still works. See, days like today too, well, since I have rune removal, I need mana, and I need mana really badly. Like, I have less than 1,000,000 mana, and I have a couple of runes I want to power up, and I have things I want to do, and it's like, you guys saw my mana RNG. It's horrible. I don't know what the hell that's all about, but whatever. It's not a big deal. We'll do it. So this dragon, this part is just, it sucks. Because he stuns, he does this, he does that. It gets really annoying. So, another thing I also want to talk about when you're going from B9 to B10. Alright. Lumi can solo the dragon in B10. Do you want that? Do you want to do that? No, not really. It takes too long. It's so annoying, you know. And then people are going to say, oh, it doesn't matter, you know. I don't mind waiting all that time to do it. Like, look, you're affecting your own runs. You're better off doing B9 10 times than doing B10 once or twice. You know, like, you're gonna end up getting more runes. The chances are better at B10 to get better runes, yes, I'll admit that, but it's like, the fact that it's taking so long, you're actually slowing down your progress by a lot. Alright, as I've said, I have my own little thing, my own little superstition on doing things faster. It's just better that way. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but, and all right, here I just thought about it too, and this has been in the back of my head a lot. The slower you do something, the more chances you have of getting into a disaster. Like, I've had Lumi solo the dragon, and she would fail with the dragon having like less than 10% of his life because something went wrong. Okay, even with 100% resistance, you're going to get dots. It's like, and the dragon is stronger when you have dots on you, especially on B10. There's a huge difference between B10 and B9. So you're opening yourself up for a disaster. You really, really are. It's not like, oh, it's 100% every single time, you know? So your dragon's runs are going to take longer. They're going to be less successful. There's no point in doing it with just Lumi. Now, I didn't ruin my Lumi. She's still good, alright, as an alternative for a healer. It's just that you're better off not using her. You're just better off using her as part of the team, not for her to be the entire team. Let's put it that way. There's no I in team. Alright, so who can I replace in this if I have a premium monster? Hwa. I can replace Shannon and put Hwa. Why not? The difference is, though, alright, that Shannon puts the AoE slow on the towers, so I'm not even sure if this is going to succeed. But Hwa is an amazing monster for B10, for B9 dragons. B9 especially. And from what I've realized, let's say you have an attack monster like Sig, and I've realized this recently. In TOA it's a different story, but in dungeons and stuff like that, it's like that, alright? I put hit points on my Sig at one point, and I had a team for dragons that was pretty successful. And then I had actually told Trolling about a different team that was working, and then I started using a different team again. And he was like, I like the old team better, and all this stuff. I noticed that putting more damage on my Sig made my B10 Dragons team more faster, more successful, and then I added Hwa to it, and I'll show you, and it failed once, and I've been doing it all morning, alright? I refilled probably twice so far, and it only failed once. Now, when you're dealing with a couple of fails, and it's like 2 or 3 in a row, and I said this to somebody in a comment the other day, this is what we call the Dragon or the Giant just PMSing. There's nothing you could do about it. It's all RNG, you know? There is not one team that I could think of that is 100% successful. You're always going to fail due to RNG once, twice, 3 times in 100 runs, okay? If you can get above 95% success rate, that's perfectly fine, okay? Like, unless you bring a super safe team, and like, you got Velajuel. Velajuel is like, he's a good monster. You get constant immunity out of him. You get a lot of things out of him. So, you know, it just works out better. So you see how good Hwa is on Dragon's B9? Amazing. His attack bar, he attacked like once or twice maybe. Ooh, a mystical scroll. I'll pop it at the end of the video. Alright, so what other options do we have? Alright, we can take him out and put Veromos in. Do that, why not? And the reason why I'm doing B8, B9, and B10 is because, yeah, it's harder, you know? And Giants, I mean, there's no point in trying to do B9. It's actually harder to make a B9 team than it is to make a B10 team. Alright, so, and seriously, it really is harder to make a B9 team than it is a B10 team. You know, and the B10 team will benefit you a little better. So if you noticed, one of my trends is I constantly take Bella. You know, I think Bella is like... You can't replace Bella in some of these teams. You really can't. You know, I took away a heal, I added a buff, I added a debuffer, and Bella can be your only healer, and I'll show you in B10 as well. So you see the attack down debuff is actually forcing him to not do anything either. He doesn't do any damage. Okay, so we did a B9 run. We did another B9 run, I mean. Alright, let's do a little bit more of an advanced team. Let's do Verdehile, and I'll bring Sig. I'm not sure if this is going to succeed though. But this is pretty much my B10 team now. So let's do another combination. Let's bring Beretta with this team. Just to this team maybe might have to take out. Well, I might have to take out Sig and put an additional healer. I'm not sure about this team. I'm learning as we're going along on this too. So the thing about between Hwa and what's her name, Shannon, is the slow and the attack down, the attack bar reduction between the two of them. Hwa puts a slow on the enemy as well. She doesn't just reduce the attack bar. So that's why Hwa is a good replacement for Shannon, but just Shannon has the AoE, and sometimes she's a little better when it comes to certain things. So they both have their pros and they both have their cons. Hwa is just so much better attacker though. It's just crazy with Hwa. Alright, so it's done. Let's just bring. I don't know if I did it with. Well, this is gonna be the last one with Kanamiya. with this exact team. No Veromos and Ruben Kanamiya, just in case you didn't fuse Veromos, but you have everything else. So you see, Kanamiya's working, always works overtime on violent runes. I don't care what anybody says. Kanamiya always works overtime on violent runes. I was actually watching, you know what I was watching? And it makes sense too. I was watching The Expendables, and there was a conversation between Sylvester Stallone and, oh, what's his name? Oh, what's his name? Oh man, what? The guy from Romeo Must Die. How do I forget his name? He's like one of my favorite. Jet Li. There we go. I had to Google that real quick. Jet Li. Okay. So there was a conversation between Sylvester Stallone and Jet Li was sitting there telling Sylvester Stallone, "I need more money," and he sat there trying to justify why he needs more money. And Sylvester Stallone was asking him why, and Jet Li was like, "Because I'm smaller." And he goes, "So?" He's like, "Because I'm smaller, I work harder." And he was like, and Sylvester Stallone was like, "What do you mean?" You know, he was like, "I have to throw more punches, more kicks, I have to be faster, I work harder." And in the middle of that scene, Sylvester Stallone, they ended up in like a high-speed chase with people shooting at them and whatever. And Sylvester Stallone was actually driving a pickup truck. And he goes to Jet Li, he goes, "Get in the back. In the back of the, like, get out of the pickup truck from the front seat and go into the bay." And Jet Li was like, "Why?" And Sylvester Stallone turns around to him and says, "Because you're smaller." So, as you can see, Kanamiya, because he's smaller, he's got to work harder, and he pulls in the work. You know, some things, they go with real life situations. Okay, because Kanamiya is smaller, he's got to work harder. So that's it with the B9 Dragons runs. Let's do B10. Okay, so we're gonna take. All right, I called this my farmable team, but it's not. It's technically not farmable, but it's obtainable. So whatever the case is, it is. All right. So my team originally had Amon because he's farmable. I think that most healers are fine, and this team has a good success rate. I think it fails 1 out of like every 10. But I'm also due for a fail in Dragons maybe, so you never know, I might even fail on this one. But it's a pretty safe team. There's a lot of heals here. We got 3 heals and 2 debuffs. We have dots. We got quite a bit over here. All right, so, and we have the provoke from Amon, which is actually really good. And then there's also the stun from Kanamiya, which works out pretty good too. And Kanamiya actually makes other people work overtime too. That's the funny thing. It's like, you know, I'm not the only one that's going to be doing everything here. I'm researching you. Yep, see? He's making Bella work overtime. It's alright. Bella's a wolf. They could handle it. He can handle it. Bella Dion. It's a he. By the way, guys, did I tell you I watched Terminator Genesis 2 nights ago? Whatever. Oh, no! Alright, that's a failed run. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, I wasn't even... It's not even possible to do it without the dots from Beretta. That was just an unlucky run. I knew it was going to fail sooner or later. You know, I'm asking for a lot. I got so many good runs in Dragons before. So anyway, I watched Terminator Genisys the other day. Let me tell you something. I didn't see the trailer to that movie. And I forgot to watch it. It's like I've seen little specs and things, but it's Terminator. How are you not going to watch it, you know? So, I'm a big Terminator fan. I always liked Terminator from when I was a kid, even though I was really, really young when Terminator 1 came out, and I was scared. Like, honestly, I was, what was that, like 4 or 5 when I first saw the first Terminator, and it was like, you know, it's scary as a kid. You know, I probably almost pooped my pants. But anyway, I didn't see the trailer. And I called my friend, whatever, and was like, you want to go see it? He's like, yeah, whatever, let's go watch it. So I actually bought the tickets and then watched the trailer. And I'm like, oh, man, like, oh, actually, you know, the F word. And I was like, man, what did I just do to myself tonight, you know? The trailer looks horrible. Horrible. And then, like, you know, sometimes when you get up in the morning and something bad happens, like something stupid or bad happens, and you know the rest of the day is going to be horrible. So we get to the movies, right? And once the movie starts, somebody has a seizure right in front of me. That's like never happened to me before. So I'm like, oh, you know, this movie's going to be horrible. You know, like I'm saying to myself, the movie's going to be just 100% horrible. Like, if this already happened, forget about what's going to happen later. So what ends up happening? In the end, the movie actually kept me, like, going. Like, I'm not going to say it was a good movie, but I don't want to say it's a bad movie either. You know, what I do want to say, and this is hard to do, okay? The movie was a lot better than the trailer. Usually the trailers are what trick you. It was the other way around. The trailer was horrible and the movie was actually okay. You know? So, whatever the case is, it is. I don't know if I want to suggest for you guys to go watch it in the movie theater, but it really wasn't a bad movie. If you're a big Terminator fan, go watch it. I'm a big Terminator fan, and you want to hear something funny? I've never watched the series. Like, I don't know. Sometimes when you take a movie and you put it into a TV series, to me, it's not. That's just the type of person I am, though. You know. So, like, should you go watch the movie? If you're bored, even though there's other movies out there, I didn't even think about them. Ted 2 is out there. Jurassic Park. I don't know about Jurassic Park, and I saw something the other day saying, oh, it's the best movie in the world. I don't know about that. I'm not sure. But Terminator actually turned out okay. I'm not going to say it turned out to be a great movie, but it turned out okay. If you're a big Terminator fan, I'd suggest watching it in the movie theater. Only if you're a huge Terminator fan. If you want to watch something and you don't know what to watch, go watch it. It's not that bad. It's pretty good. Pretty okay. I'm not going to say it was a great movie. That's just the only thing. And I know I'm repeating myself, but sometimes this is a long Dragons run and it takes forever, so you gotta talk about something. Gotta ramble about something. So I haven't talked about my experience at a YouTube Studios. Well, I haven't talked about it because I talked about it on another video that's supposed to be out right now. I'm not gonna say what's going on, but that's besides the point. I actually met quite a few people, very nice people at YouTube Studios. I don't remember everybody's names. You know, I met a young kid. He wants to start a channel. He ended up getting in there because of his parents. His parents have a really big channel. But I met a young kid. He was asking me for advice and all that stuff. And guys, if you want to start a YouTube channel, just be yourself. You know, don't, or at least try to be yourself. Right? Don't troll. Don't sit there and try and act like somebody you're not. Okay, because it's not worth it. You know, it's just putting up an act all the time. I'm not an actor. If I was an actor, I'd be in Hollywood right now trying to do something. I'm not. I'm more of like spur of the moment type of guy, you know? So, like, just be yourself, you know? So the kid wants to make a video with me. I'm probably going to do it, depending on what's going on. I asked him if he knows how to do certain things. Like, he has to learn, he has to figure out how to mirror his screen and record his screen so we could do these things. So I hope he got that down. And then, what else? I met these other guys. They have a huge channel, about 200,000 subs around. But I like their channel. They do a lot of cool things. It's a cosplay channel. They're called the Super Zeros. And they just do things. Like, their biggest video is they went to New York City and they just started messing around with people. So, it was pretty cool. You know, like, I like their videos. And now they're doing videos with Scorpion and stuff like that. I like their videos. They turn out to be really, really nice guys. Check them out, too. The Super Zeros. I think you have to put Riot with a 0 at the end if you want to find them in the, like, youtube.com/Riot with a 0 in the middle, not at the end, in the middle. So let's just recharge real quick. But I found them funny. I found them very funny. So some people ask me, "Oh, I don't want to build Amon, but I got Chisoon." Yeah, of course you could take Chisoon. Why wouldn't you be able to take Chisoon? I think so, at least. Let's take Chisoon. So we're just gonna show this with the farmable team, and then I'm gonna show you a few more with this part of the video is gonna be very long. It's a lot of different runs I'm gonna do with B10 Dragons. And I just hope it doesn't stop in the middle of it. I don't know how long this has been going on for. I might actually end up stopping the video and then putting it together afterwards. So I actually, maybe right after this run, I'm gonna do that. Just to make sure everything records, because I have to use friend monsters. So if I can't use the friend monsters, the video's gone to garbage. And the point I was trying to make about doing it with Lumi, now that I'm thinking about it a little clearer, when a run takes longer, you're opening yourself up to more. I think I got it down before, but you're opening yourself up to much more of a disaster. You're gonna fail the run. Like, so many things can go wrong. You know, maybe you got hit with one too many dots. Maybe someone was low on hit points and they just died out of nowhere, you know? Stuff like that happens. It just takes too long. It doesn't work. Let's plug in the iPad. Not during the video. Sorry. Alright, so this isn't doing so bad. gonna try another run after this with the same team, and then we're gonna start going into more advanced teams. Oh, you used see, stuff like that really gets me mad. He used turbulence right after he got immunity. That gets me mad. It's like a wasted move right there. It's RNG for you when you're autoing. See what happens when you got too many dots on you? Beretta could have died. This team does take a long time though. I think this is taking like 5 minutes per run. This is crazy. Other people are going to ask me why I didn't attack the towers. I want a full auto team. When you're attacking towers, a lot can go wrong too. This dragon hits hard if you accidentally kill the tower. So you want a full auto team as well. So I don't care about killing towers. It's not my forte. Because if you're not paying attention to the screen while you're autoing and you're killing the tower, it's like, it's tough. You want to be able to fully auto the dragon to the end. Alright guys, I'll be right back. I wanna save this portion of the video and then move on. Alright guys, I'm back. Wow. I didn't realize how long this video is gonna turn out to be, but it's gonna turn out to be a long video, so I'm sorry. So let's attempt. I'm going to make an attempt and do it without Veromos. We're gonna do it with Delphoi. I'm gonna take 2 wind monsters. Why not? But I'm adding a immunity. I have a cleanse. I have 2 cleanses and immunity, 4 heals. I don't see how this is gonna fail. Even a slow also. But you never know, it could fail. But the video is actually turning out to be very long. I'm sorry guys, but you know what though? It's a whole bunch of different teams that you can use. You know, and I haven't even gotten into like the advanced teams I want to use. These are just safe, really safe. And this is just in case if you don't have Veromos but you have Delphoi, but my Delphoi has really good runes, guys, so and my Delphoi is also built more for PvP than she is for PvE. Another thing, if Delphoi's 3rd skill isn't maxed, I don't think this is gonna work. It could, but if her 3rd skill is not maxed, guys, I really don't think it's gonna work. You know what? This run may not even pass. I don't even think it's gonna pass. This might be like a waste of time. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'm not too sure how well this run's gonna do. But it takes forever to do these. Honestly, these runs aren't worth it. It just takes too long, in my opinion. Yeah, you're gonna get your energy return and everything, but man, how long is this gonna take? Like I'm kind of regretting this right now. I mean, look at all the heals you have to bring. This is why it takes so long. You're basically working on Beretta. And look at that. Beretta didn't even reset his attack bar. That's not a good thing. Nope. Alright, so this run is gonna fail. I see it failing from now. See what I mean by taking a super safe team? A lot can go wrong. I already see this run failing. So I'm gonna end up cutting out. You guys are gonna see it to where Delphoi died. But I don't see this run passing at all. And I don't want to kill the towers. I find it worthless. I'd rather use the other team that takes longer and not have to kill the towers. Seriously. It's easier to skill up. It's easier to do a lot of things. Somehow this team is going to end up doing it by itself. I have a stupid feeling. Oh my goodness, I can't believe they made it this far. Maybe I'm not going to edit it out. Oof, that tower on the right is going to die too. Wow. I'm surprised right now. I'm very surprised. Alright, so we four-man the dragon without, well, we didn't technically four-man it, but we did kinda. I'm pretty surprised this team won. I guess I'm not editing this out. Wow. Wow. Alright, I just learned something new. Hold on a second. Yeah, get rid of this rune. I just learned something new. Okay, so let's try this team with Amon, maybe. We're gonna be doing long-ass dragons runs now. Now, please take into consideration my Amon does not have violent runes on him, so it's gonna be a little tougher for me, at least. If you have Amon with amazing violent runes, then it'll work for you. So this portion actually worked very well because because Delphoi reset Zyros's cooldowns, which is really good. Oh my god. We need a heal. We need a heal. Stop attacking Beretta! Oh my goodness. Alright. I still can't believe I actually succeeded the other run. So you're not resetting his cooldowns here. It's not happening. Guys, also my runes are pretty good, so if you're not succeeding this way, do B9 until you get some good runes. Seriously. Oh my, he has immunity on him. All right. This looks like a death. Oh, look at that. We got saved. It's taking forever, though. It gets so boring. Just watching this the entire time. See how Beretta almost died? Beretta's in trouble. Oh, there we go. Man, my Bella, man, he's failing so many seasons. He's got 84% accuracy. What else do you want? Alright, so we got the... That's a good thing. We got the turbulence off correctly. So Mind Shock is doing nothing. So, I don't know, man. And if anybody asks me, is Velajuel gonna work? Yes, of course Velajuel's gonna work. Oh, Beretta almost died. The tower's gonna die though, so... Oh my god, come on. Don't let Beretta die. So we're safe. We're good to go. What's up with the RNG on Delphoi? I haven't seen her use her cleanse in a while, and her immunity in quite a while. Look at that. Are you kidding me right now? How did that happen? Anyway, okay, so we won. But whoa! Delphoi isn't using her immunity that much. Why? Is her AI that messed up? So, as you can see, a lot can go wrong if you take too long, guys. I want to do a run with Velajuel. But I just feel like it's going to take so long. We'll take a Velajuel. We'll take Hacked Beat's Velajuel. Hacked Beat has a channel, by the way. If you want to check him out, check him out. But oh man, the Velajuel runs are going to kill me right now. And yes, you could still take Chisoon. I'm just taking Amon because he's, I don't know, a little less of a healer. I don't know what to say. But you have constant immunity with Velajuel, and Velajuel actually has a buff remover, which is a big plus with Velajuel. And he has a what do you call it? An attack bar increase. So it's really good, actually, with him. You see what I mean by Kanamiya? Working overtime over there? He took like 5 turns by himself over there. The resurge actually resets the violent proc rate, so I like it. Oh, look, we got Eminem in the house. I didn't know Eminem was making an appearance in my videos. If I would have known, I would have dressed a little better. Oh, Kona's in trouble. Why aren't you cleansing? Come on, bro. Don't be retarded. Cleanse. Use your immunity and cleanse. Oh, I have a bad feeling about Velajuel on auto. A really bad feeling. One of the reasons why I wanted to take Velajuel right now with this run is because there's no heal coming out of Velajuel. It's just an attack bar increase and a cleanse and an immunity for forever too. So, but the fact that he's removing the buff is going to be really good too. That's a big plus with him. All right, so we got Sanctuary up. That's good. Finally he used Sanctuary. So, as you can see, the dragon's hitting like a kitten right now. Alright, now we have a backup debuff. Buff remover. And he didn't do a regular attack. This is why I like Bella's AI. Bella's AI is just amazing sometimes. Notice I haven't taken Praha. Praha's AI is retarded. I don't know why. I'll be honest with you guys, if you have Velajuel, I don't even think you need Veromos to do dragons. Just Velajuel and Bella is fine. And we're going to check that out after. See, I'm learning something too here. I also extremely learned that these are boring runs. One thing I'm going to say about my account and certain things. I've had a lot of people tell me, oh, you know, why don't we trade accounts? Or how come you're not working on the global account? Or how come you're not doing this? Or how come you're not doing that? You know what it is? I put a lot of work into my account, into this account that I currently have. I feel like this account is me, okay? I feel like if I was to move on to another account, it's not the same. I know the monsters. I know everything that's going on, like I know where the flaws are. I know the pros. I know the cons. I know where I need improvement. Let's just say, you know, and I'm not doing it. It's never gonna happen. Let's just say somebody offers me this crazy account. You know, it's got the top-notch rules, everything. You know, it's got all the monsters in the world and all this stuff. I don't know if I would take it. I really don't think so. I feel like this account, with all the work I've put into it, to be able to do the things that I do, I feel like it's me. I feel like that's where everything is. You know? So, alright, so we're gonna leave Beretta in. I want to try another team. We're not gonna bring Velajuel. I wanna see if Velajuel will improve my runs, actually, if it's possible. But ugh, I'm just gonna get rid of that rune. It looks good, but I'm not in the mood. Okay, so let's leave Beretta in, and we'll take him. We will take her, and I want to bring Chisoon and Baromos. See how this works out. Oh wait, I almost messed up. We're not gonna bring Hwa. I'm gonna bring Bella. Forget about Hwa. Hwa's good. It's just that when you're attacking the towers, I feel like Hwa slows everything down, and then there's so much, like the towers never go, so you really can't auto with Hwa, you know. And then in some runs you have to attack the towers with Hwa, so I don't really want to. You could double Hwa it, but still, I really don't feel like doing it that way. So people have asked me for alternatives for Sig. That's Sig Verd on teams like this. So this doesn't look like it's going to do very bad. It looks like it's doing okay so far. The thing about Verd is you get so many more turns. I hope everybody noticed the trend that Bella is in every single one of my teams. Every single one. If you haven't got Bella and you're going through hell and back to get Bella, I suggest you get Bella immediately. I really do. Come on, man, stop attacking Varomos. Ugh. This is a bad run because Zyros reset everybody's cooldowns. But nobody died, so it's okay. There we go, we got a heal. See how much faster it is now? You bring a few attackers. This feels like it's going to be a decent run. Nice to see RNG was on my side on this one because Sig used his third skill with the attack buff, and the dragon was on a weakened defense buff, so that was actually really, really good. The thing about this team right now, it's not that fast, and there's room to die. Well, let's see if it succeeds. And I know I've commented, I've told people I don't really see it happening without Verd, but you know what? I wanted to try it out for this video. See, that wasn't good what Beretta just did. He used his turbulence at the wrong time. And here's another room for failure here. What I didn't think about, all these dots and we're weakening the towers, the Phoenix might die if he uses his AoE. So maybe we're gonna do a run with Hwa instead of the Phoenix and Beretta too, just to make sure. I have a stupid feeling my Sig is gonna die. Well, maybe not, because he's pretty weak. Alright, so they did it. It's not that bad. How successful is this run gonna be? I don't know, but it's the first time I've ever done it. Oh, what are you doing? Look, you know why I don't like this speed on this rune? Because it's at +4. It's really, really low. If it was at +6, maybe +5, but at +6 I would have definitely kept it. If it was +8, I absolutely would have kept it. But I'm getting rid of it. I don't need it, to be honest with you, right now. So let's try this with Hwa. Yeah, we'll try it with Hwa. Now, Hwa's not going to do as much damage, though. That's the thing. As Sig is. So there's room for failure here when you take longer. At least I'm making mana. I'm trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm trying to make like a whole bunch of mana and just start removing runes, and whatever runes need to get powered up, I'm gonna power them up. Try at least. And I have to start removing runes and selling them also from some monsters that I'm not using, so that, and I'm using them as rune storage. I don't even think I'm gonna keep some of those runes that I have on them. Alright, someone heal, please.
I hear thunder, I hear lightning, I hear wonders, and everybody wanna go, but no one really cares to know. I see marvels, I see titans, and some troubles that everybody has to face, that no one really can erase. And they hide away from it. A part of you is always standing in the rain, but I was never your ball and chain. A part of me was always trying to believe you were the only air to breathe. I stood against the wind. You hurt me, I'll find love again. Even as a friend, everything must end. When you worry, I worry. It's no hurry, 'cause we got all the time we need. If we're in love, then we'll succeed. I heard
This run looks like it might fail.
heard music. I thought, baby, there's no way we could ever lose it. There's no way we could ever break or bruise it. But you threw it on the ground. A part of you is always standing in the rain, but I was never your ball and chain. A part of me was always trying to believe you were the only air to breathe. I stood against the wind.
No, I was just shaking my head thinking Beretta's gonna die, and he didn't die. But this team depends on Bella seizing, and it's not seizing. And he's not getting any successful seizes. It's really annoying me. But Chisoon saved the day. I'm sure with Amon too, it'll work. Oh, there goes, yep, there it goes. See? See what I'm talking about? Where there's room to fail over here? Something can go wrong. This is what I'm talking about. This team failed. Alright. So this is what I'm talking about, where there's room to fail. Okay. So we're going to try one more team. I want to take... let's take TSK's Chimera. Don't fail me, buddy. People think I'm crazy by saying the Chimera is actually better than the Phoenix. He is. He's a lot better. I'll show it in a couple of runs too, since I got 3 Chimeras. And yes, he is squishy. He probably, well, from the way he's hitting, yeah, he's squishy. He's hitting really hard. And why is the Chimera so good? Because he put the slow on that right tower. So once we seize, we're gonna, not that we're gonna be home free, but it's gonna be a lot better. It's just that Bella's seize missed once. There we go. Finally. The problem is he's gonna get it off. Alright, so now we have to wait for this turn for him to seize and do all this. Alright. Oh my goodness. Really? RNG is against me on this one. I mean, it's still gonna pass, but it's just RNG is kind of against me on this one. That Chimera's hitting hard. I want a water Chimera, man. Oh, here's the room for failure. Here's the room for failure, guys. I believe so. Yep. Yep. Room for failure. Alright, I'll be back. I'll be back in a second, guys. I'm just gonna stop the video and save this portion so far. Alright, guys, I'm back. So, I hope everybody got what I'm trying to say by there's room for failure. Like, Lumi, for instance, and this is why I stopped using Lumi. There's a lot of room for failure. I know I'm repeating myself, but whatever. Alright? Not only is there a lot of room for failure, okay, but Lumi has to be, her first and third skill have to be maxed out, okay? So, this is why I'm not even putting Lumi in this video. And then to top it off, for her to really, truly solo it, you need 6-star defense runes, okay? You need to do energy, endure, defense. Energy, endure, focus runes. You need to do defense, hit point, all right? All of them 6-star, and all of them maxed out. And you have to make sure you have 50% resistance, and you have to make sure you have her as the leader, and you got to make sure of this, you got to make sure of that. It's just so hard to get Lumi to do it. Now, yes, it is harder to make 5 monsters to do it, but you need monsters to get her to the boss as well. All right, so anyways, so we failed with the Water Chimera, where honestly I thought I was going to pass that one, but as I've said, room for failure. Now, Beretta has done a good job so far. An amazing job. We're taking Beretta out. We're putting in Verdehile. This is for when you have Verdehile on your team. We're going to take her out for purposes of the video. Alright, so this is if you have Verdehile. Everybody else is farmable, fusible, obtainable. And we are going to put Amon. Now, this is not my team. Nowhere near my team. I don't like Amon. I hate Amon with a passion. Okay? I regretted 6-starring Amon the day I 6-starred him. But the day I started making my farmable videos and all that stuff, he has some uses. I call Amon my video monster, one of my video monsters. I have 2 video monsters, okay? I have Amon and Rauk. Those are 2 6-stars that I made specifically for videos, all right? And these are for people that need these monsters. So, even though I didn't specifically 6-star Amon for videos, I did it just so I could be doing B10 Giants and B10 Dragons. He didn't work in B10 Giants. I hated him in B10 Giants. Alright? He pretty much has the same rune set that he has now. It's like such a troll rune set. I have Rage Blade on him. Right now? Okay, good. Looked like he might be in trouble. He is in a little bit of trouble, but he's okay right now. Oh my god. Why aren't you healing, Bella? Anyway. Even this team has room for failure too. I use Chisoon a lot more than I use him. And now that they improved the AI on Chisoon, it's a little better, but I ended up pulling Chisoon out of my regular team, and I'll show you why. In a little bit. We're going to use a Water Chimera again. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So as you can see, the faster the run, a lot less room for failure. I get a lot more turns. Even if I miss a seize, it's okay. All right. All right, so we're gonna take a water chimera. I'm gonna save one water chimera. I don't know whose is better, but from the order of it, it looks like Ben Ling's is better. So I want to save Ben's. Oh, by the way, it's pretty cool. I don't know if anybody knows. Maybe you don't watch the stream or whatever. But Summoner's War or Come to Us, whichever one. I mean, it's the same thing, same company. They're going to be at the Anime Expo. Now, I don't know if I'm going to go to the Anime Expo. In New York, it's going to be in Brooklyn at the Brooklyn Expo Center. Between the 29th and on the 29th and the 30th. So I don't know if I'm gonna go, to be honest with everybody. We'll see. So it's far away from now. I want to go. Am I gonna announce if I'm going? I highly doubt it, but I want to go. You know. The only way I'll announce if I'm going if there's gonna be a whole bunch of girls saying, "Yeah, Nick, we want you to sign our bras or something." But other than that, no, I'm not gonna. I'm not doing it. So, I actually told somebody to use a team very similar to this with Chisoon, and they were like, "Oh, you're crazy! You know, the Chimera dies." All right, my team's a bit faster and a bit better, but this team, I actually really like this team. It's faster, it's nicer, it's crazier, you know. So I live next door from a Catholic school, and it's got a church and a school and all that. And I'm sure you guys are hearing the bells right now. So I always know when it's like at 00 at the hour because the bells are going off. No. Oh. I got mad because Bella was going to use the C's and it didn't work, so whatever. But Bella was going to use the C's and that tower on the right was about to go. So now I want Bella to seize, like, somewhere around now, to be honest with everybody. But it's not happening. It's going to seize... Oh my god. Now you see... Okay. It was a violent proc, that's fine. Alright, we got the weakened defense off. I'm sure the Chimera's going to get a chance to go... Oh, that wasn't a hard hit. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the team I was using as of yesterday. Then I'm going to show you the team I was using as of today. And then I want to try out one more team. Two more teams, sorry. And we're pretty much done. So, as of yesterday, I was using this with Chisoon. Where's Chisoon? This was my team. You guys have seen this team a bunch of times. So this team, there's room for failure still on this team, but it's doing better since I maxed out Sigmarus' runes. Alright, and I still have problems sometimes with Sigmarus dying, and I end up having to 4-man the giant. So, and that might actually happen in this run from the looks of it. It doesn't look like RNG is with me. It might be almost time for the giant to PMS. The dragon to PMS. This bell hasn't stopped for 3 minutes. Is it because it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon? I don't know. It's weird. Usually it stops. And guys, notice I haven't used the revive in any of my runs. Why? As I've said, the revives slow down your runs and there's more room for failure. So we pretty much passed this one. Okay. So, guys, take a wild guess on who I'm going to replace out of this. Did I say it before though? I don't remember. I've been recording for like almost 2 hours. Did I say it before? I have no idea. But, anyways, we're going to take Chisoon out and we're going to bring Hwa in. And this team didn't work for me before because I had that hit point rune on Sig. Now, and the problem was the Zyros in the middle, and the mini boss. Now they just breeze right through it, which is pretty cool. I like what they do. Really cool, actually. Oh no, guys! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! I have to stop it for a second. I have to stop the video for a second. I'm sorry. All right, guys, I'm sorry about that. Oh, I thought I forgot to delete the file from the what do you call it? From the what do you call it? The tablet, and If I don't delete the file, there's not enough room on the tablet, and it ends up not recording, and it doesn't tell me that it stopped recording. It just stops, and I sit there and ramble, and oh man, almost had a fail. But anyway, this team just runs right through everything. It's great. I love it. Only one heal also. Wow, what's up with this bell? 7 minutes straight. Whoa. Now, if Bella misses like 3 seizes in a row, that's where this team will fail. So you need some decent accuracy on Bella for these purposes. But as you can see, this team is doing it pretty quick and pretty good. And he hasn't missed a seize, thank God. That's the only time I noticed I actually get a fail, is when Bella misses a seize. So this team is pretty quick. Now, for my own personal, and we'll put it on the video for everybody to see too. I want to see, first thing I want to see, oh look, a 3-star Rainbow Angel Mon. Don't you love those when they drop? Alright guys, in the middle of recording while I was doing a Velajuel run with Velajuel and Nova Almost, but I have one more Velajuel left. I hope it happens, but, and I promised to pop the Mystical Scrolls, and I did, but it didn't record it. So I got a Drunken Master and a Bear Man. I ended up buying a scroll from the shop. Drunken Master. That's what I'm going to be tomorrow, by the way. I'm going to be a Drunken Master tomorrow. So I want to show one more run with Velajuel and without Veromos. You really don't need Veromos without Velajuel now. I mean, you don't need, yeah, if you have Velajuel, you really don't need Veromos. So I'm going to take this team in Velajuel. By the way, we're going to say thank you to Orchulicious, since I can read your name, for being on my friends list. Actually, he tried to give me a Yeti when I needed a Yeti, and I couldn't get into his secret dungeon, and whatever happened. You know, but I couldn't get into his secret dungeon. But let me tell you something, from the last Velajuel I had before, that I used before, oh my god, Velajuel just makes these runs so much more easier. It's ridiculous how much more easier Velajuel makes these runs. It's like, whoa. So mad at myself now, man. I didn't record, like, there was another run I did, and I'll tell you guys from now, it succeeded. Instead of taking Hwa, I took Ben Ling's Water Chimera and Veromos, and it succeeded. It was actually really, really fast. I took this team, exactly what it is, with Veromos and instead of having Hwa and Velajuel, I had Tor and Veromos. But it succeeded. It did really well. But look, this team, it's not failing. Like, it's very rare for it to fail, and that's if Bella misses a couple of seizes. So, as I've said, room for disaster, which that's when that happens. This is why I tell people, if you can't really do B10 Dragons quick enough, there's like so much room for disaster, and it's not worth it. If you're failing even one run and you're taking 5 or 6 minutes on the run, it's really not worth it. Seriously. Oh, so we wasted one of our let's see what happens. Alright, Velajuel, don't. Oh, he failed me. That's it. It's over. Unless he... Yeah, alright, there we go. He didn't fail. Alright, good. But he's not debuffing. The other one, I guess, had better accuracy, and he was stripping the immunity buff. But it was a lot better. But it's still doing good. It's gonna pass. Should pass. Yeah, there we go. Hwa is in trouble. A lot of trouble. But we're still gonna pass this. I don't see why not. Oh, actually, we got this. Hwa actually kept the dragon. We got it. We got it. But here's a run with Velajuel. Honestly, if you have Velajuel, I don't think you need Veromos. The way they did Veromos now with the nerf, you really don't need him. But alright, guys, I'll talk to everybody later. Alright, guys. Yeah, I know you hear my dogs slurping, but I just gave them some water and fed them. Sorry about that, but I forgot to show the runes on these monsters that I use. So here are their runes. Hwa. We almost forgot. Here are overall stats. We almost forgot Beretta. Now I have to do Beretta next. Beretta. Overall stats. His runes aren't even maxed. They need to get maxed soon. We should Verdehile. Overall stats on Verdehile. Guys, resistance is important on Verdehile, but it's better to get it from substats because you also need him with quite a few hit points. So the way I built him was with substats and speed and hit point, and then he ended up getting a lot of resistance from substats. Bella, the MVP of the entire video. This is why I stress people to build Bella. Amon. Amon's runes are a troll, people. Don't follow this rune build. Follow the speed, the hit point crit rate hit point, but don't follow the rage blade. Kanamiya. As you can see, Kanamiya did a great job with his mediocre runes. Not once, well, one 6-star rune, but we have a 3-star, so that makes up for it. We've got Delphoi. We've got Shannon. Overall stats on Shannon. I forgot to show his runes in the last video, so now you guys get to see his runes. We've got Darian. This rune is the one I was talking about. I gotta either max it out or switch it back to him, which I'm going to probably switch back to him. Chisoon. And that's everybody we used. Alright. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. Thank you for sticking to the very end. More power to everybody. Have a happy 4th of July. I'll talk to everybody later.